There we are. The weight will hold this downward. The cork in our soft body will want this to float. All we have to do is connect our two rings to our quick connect. Now here is the trick. When you hook this to the quick connect, you want to make sure that your hook is pointing away from your spinner. All right? Once I know that's on correctly, I'm going to connect my retrieval ring. And there you go. Now, with this, what's going to happen is this will want to float. This will want to sink, so we're going to have something that looks about like that as it goes through the water. And then I can jig it along the bottom, and there's less likelihood of my hook getting snagged. Now, the next part to this little rig setup is the main line, because my main line is going to be connected to here. Remember, this is my leader material, so I can connect the body to my main line, and if this gets snagged and broken, all of this comes back to me. However, I've got to get it out, and I've got to calculate for the, let me get this up so you're not looking at my belly. I am working on that, by the way. I figured out what's wrong. And no, it was not overeating. I was exercising and everything. And the doctors kept saying it was alcohol-induced fatty liver. But I don't drink. I'd stopped drinking sodas and stuff a year ago. And then what they found out is it's called a something dealing with that. Basically, because I drank so heavy in my younger years, it messed my liver up, and now the liver's coming back with a vengeance. So I've got to eat certain things and so on that will help break that fat down to get the liver working again. And then it'll take care of the belly fat that's built around my intestines from the liver not processing the fat properly. Figured 2 years working out, paid physical therapists and everything, and they're like, we don't know why, you must be just eating behind our backs. So, all right. At which point, main line. This is my main line. Just, this isn't my actual main line, but we'll say this is my main line. What I have connected here is called a weight release. It's mainly for carp fishing. So my quick clip will connect to my lure. And remember, because I've got those lines in there by German law, I have a separation, a lighter line between my hook and my main line. So my main line is connected to the quick connect, which is connected to this. These are the rubber eggs. I can bring those or adjust them to how far I want this to ride off the bottom of the river. If this gets snagged when I pull it, it releases. So I still got my stuff back, and I'm only out this. So that's how all of that works. I can then adjust the amount of weight from my main line versus the current and the depth that I want. So the current is not just sweeping my lure right against the shore and I'm not getting any action done. Like here, when I cast out, this will want to float, and it allows that to slip, and then I can, or I can pull it, and it starts its retrieve with the spinner and everything, so the fish hits this. And we're all lickety split, good to go. Bam. Now I can jig, I can spin cast, I can get it out, I can work with those river currents, I can reach the bottom and bring it up and do what I want to with it, reducing the chance of me losing my entire rig simply because of a rock snag or a piece of flotsam or whatever. And I hope that that gives you some ideas to work with. Again, this is just a variance. It's just something to look at and consider. And you have to adapt to your conditions. You have to adapt to your water. This is one way that I've done that on those open, fast-flowing rivers where I've got literally transport boats coming and causing that underswirl and that back rift and riptides and everything else, even though I need to get out to that center and bring it through to pick those fish up. If I needed to, I could just remove this and bam, I've got a regular spinner rig as well. Or I could just leave this whole thing off my main line if I was rigging up to, say, go walleye fishing or something on still or semi-still waters. And that's it. Oh, one last thing. We need to test this. There you go. The weight pulls the bottom piece down so the spinner is free, and that's still wanting to swim. When normally it would just want to sink. So, if you're wondering if it actually works or if this is one of those gimmick videos, yes, they do work. I have used this rig setup. I have loaned people these rig setups, and they have caught fish with them.